All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto World Evolution webinar. Our company is going through a lot of growth right now. We've been in business for almost 8 months now, I guess, 7 months. Started in August of last year. Based out of Spain originally. We've got offices spreading out throughout the world. World headquarters will be in Panama here. That's opening very soon. We also do a lot of business in South Korea, and in January we opened up here in the United States of America, and that's kind of spread us out, I guess, throughout the world. We've hit a lot of Europe and a lot more of Asia recently, and so I want to run a quick overview for everybody, and then we'll share with you how the software works, and then we can do a little question and answer session to close things up. So going into the company information real quick to start the party, so to speak. Crypto World Evolution really deals in the cryptocurrency marketplace. And if you've been, I guess, watching the news or watching your social media, you've probably seen things like Bitcoin, Ethereum. These cryptocurrencies have been blowing up and expanding over the last few years. And I know in January, the market cap globally was over $500 billion between all the coins. So there's certainly a lot of opportunity when you're dealing in $500 billion plus. There's a lot of ways to participate in the cryptocurrency marketplace, whether you're mining, whether you're buying coins and holding them, or you can also trade. And there's risk involved with any of those areas. The bottom line is we're in a speculative marketplace, but I've bought and sold stocks and made money, and I've bought and sold stocks and lost money. I've done commodities, oil, gold, silver. I've made money and lost money. There's risk in about any investment. Real estate, I've done that. There's risk in any investment. The reward side that I've seen in cryptocurrency is untouched by literally everything else I've ever seen in the investment marketplace. And so I was doing a little bit of investing in mining. I was currently doing some buying and holding. And then in December 28th, I started trading. And I was interested in the way CWE allowed me to trade, because when you look at the trading side, it seems easy. You just buy low, you sell high, but it's not that easy. What to buy is pretty hard to figure out. When to buy, it's even harder, and probably the hardest thing to do is figure out when to sell, when to get out. And I was dealing with some friends of mine who were professional traders in Forex, and then they started trading cryptocurrency. And they told me, even, for them, what to buy was pretty easy. They figured that out. When to buy it was fairly easy for them. When to sell, even for the professional traders, was difficult. It wasn't that easy to do. And for me, being brand new to the trading industry, all three of them were very difficult for me. And so I never saw myself as getting involved in the trading side of cryptocurrency until I found Crypto World Evolution. They have artificial intelligent trading software that helps us buy and sell cryptocurrencies to maximize our trading experience and save us a ton of time from having to, one, learn how to read charts, how to pick coins, how to read the candlesticks, and there's all these terminologies that we'd have to learn, and then we'd have to sit in front of a computer and watch for these things to happen. So with CWE, it was doing those things on our behalf. Artificial intelligence, bottom line, it's going to be more efficient than a human being is going to be. It doesn't eat, it doesn't sleep, it doesn't complain. It just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week does what it's programmed to do and what it's learning to do. And so that's what really excited me about Crypto World Evolution. The other thing that was exciting is we didn't have to give our Bitcoins to anybody. Our bots that Crypto World Evolution created only perform trades. And so we never send our currency over to some other country, to some other company, to somewhere in the world and pray that they either do their mining or do their trading or do whatever it was that they promised to do. And unfortunately, a lot of companies in the industry have not lived up to their promises. And what I love about Crypto World Evolution is the funds remain in our personal exchange 100% of the time. We are always in control of our funds. The results from the trading software speak for themselves. The January performance, over 10,000 customers, 33,000+ bots, 2.7 million transactions, and an over 99.26% positive closing percentage. Bottom line, there's no way as a human being I could perform 2 million transactions. There's no way I can manage this many trades. And so having this software working for us is really what attracted me to this marketplace. Now, the software, I want to go a little more in depth into how it all works. There's 3 main bots that we have currently. They're launching more and more bots, though, over the next 30, 60, 90 days. The bots that we currently have in operation, there's a hybrid bot where it lets us do the buying and the bot will do the selling for us. It'll help us sell at a peak price. The hybrid, you're picking a coin, you're figuring out the buy price, you can set a stop loss, you can set a stop profit if you know it's going to go up a certain amount. That's geared for more intermediate to advanced trading individuals. There's someone that's been involved in trading cryptocurrency, they know a little bit about it or they know a lot about it. The hybrid bot's a great one for those folks. For me, when I was brand new, I was more interested in the HPSI and the win-win. The HPSI, the bot does the buying and the selling on our behalf. And it deals in all the altcoins. So it'll buy, you use Bitcoin to buy Ethereum, Ripple, Dash, all the different altcoins on our behalf. And then it'll sell them at a peak. It won't take a loss, and I'll go through that. It doesn't guarantee you're going to win every time, but what it means is the software will only sell the trade if it's 1% profit or more. Then we've got the win-win bot, which does the buying and the selling. The win-win right now, it deals with Bitcoin and something called Tether, USDT. They're creating 2 new win-win bots coming soon. I know the first one is going to deal with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it'll be a little more aggressive, or probably a lot more aggressive than the win-win bot that deals with Bitcoin and Tether. And there's another win-win they're looking at, either Litecoin, Dash, Monero. They're running testing and figuring out what will be the best for those scripts and those functions. They also have a hash mining bot that's coming out where you can use your bot and it will buy computer power to be used in mining operations. When you buy that power, it will mine for you, send your Ethereum, Bitcoin, Zcash, whatever it's mining for you. It'll send it to the wallet of your choice. And then if someone else makes an offer on that computer power and you can make a profit, the bot will sell that power for a profit and then buy some more and start mining again for you. So we have bots that not only help us trade, but we're going to have some bots that will help us mine and buy and sell computer hashing power at a profit. And so there's more and more bots coming down the road. These are the 3 that we have right now, and they're literally amazing. I've been very pleased with my results, and I'll kind of go through that a little bit as well. The software packages that we have, there's 2 ways to get involved. There's the trade package and the Trade 8 package. The trade package includes the hybrid bot and the HPSI bot. It'll allow people to trade up to $2,500 at one time, and it deals in all the cryptocurrencies that are in the marketplace. So you can add different coins, you can try your own coins. It trades through Bittrex, OKEX, Binance, HitBTC. There's more exchanges that are coming on board. It gives you a 365-day license to utilize the software packages. And the cost of that, it's 500 PV, which is basically equivalent to US dollars. So 500 US dollars. There's also a 20% weekly commission of our net profits that we pay towards the bots. And that goes in to help some of the research and development on the new bots. It also incentivizes the company to make sure our scripts and our functions and the bots are performing at optimal levels. My goal is to try and send them in thousands of dollars or tens of thousands a week in commissions, which means I'm making way more than that. So the trade pack costs $500. We can trade up to $2,500 at one time with the 2 bots, the hybrid bots and the HPSI bots. Then we've got the Trade 8 package. That's our best seller. That allows us to trade up to $10,000 at one time, and it includes all 3 of the trading software bots, the hybrid, the HPSI, and the win-win bot. And I'll share with you why the win-win bot is such an important bot to utilize during certain market conditions. It'll trade all the different cryptocurrencies with the HPSIs, the hybrids through the same exchanges. A 1-year license there costs $2,000 for the ability to trade up to $10,000 on a single time basis. So that's the 2 trade packages. We also have people that rather than just become customers, which you can. If you just want to become a client and utilize the software, that's great. Other people, if they use the software and they like it like I did, they might want to share it with others. And so we have something called an independent software partners, where you can actually not only use the software for yourself, but you can refer the software to other customers or other business partners. If you know people that maybe are looking to make additional income or diversify their income streams, there's a compensation plan that helps us do that. And so you can become a miner yourself by the trade package, or you can utilize the Trade 8 package to become what we call a pro miner, and you can start referring people and other customers to this software. You'll get a customer link that you can send out to as many people as you want. Anyone that uses your customer link becomes your customer. You can also create a partner referral link through your back office and send that out to people that you know might want to make extra income, and you can get compensated for that as well. I'm going to briefly touch on the compensation plan. We have a in-depth video. If you're more interested in learning about the exact details to the compensation plan, you can watch one of those videos and get all the details. But there's 4 main ways that we can earn with Crypto World Evolution. The first is through retail profits. If we market this software, we make 15% of our direct sales and then 5% of indirect sales. So if you introduce me to the company, for instance, and I want to make some extra money, I become a partner. I buy my software so I can start using it. Let's say I buy the Trade 8 package for $2,000. They're going to pay you 15%. That would be $300, and that pays out daily. The indirect side, if I introduce my sister to the software and she used it and started trying out the $2,000 pack, it would pay you $100, 5% of her software purchase. And again, that pays out daily. There's a binary compensation structure as well that's geared for team building. That's daily pay. It can be extremely lucrative. For the pro miners, the people that come in with the Trade 8 pack, they actually allow us to make up to 10,000 US dollars per day in that binary. And that doesn't guarantee that you're going to do that, but within 60 days of starting in the United States, we've already had a few people here in the United States cap out the binary on a daily basis. So it is doable. Then there's matrix trading profits. That 20% that we send in as commission, half of that goes into our matrix. So if you're good at building teams and you end up with a lot of people that are using the software and trading, you can make a percentage of your entire organization's trading profits on a weekly basis. That matrix pays out weekly. So we've got daily pay with the retail profits, daily pay with the binary, weekly pay with the matrix, and then we have a monthly leadership pool where they take the revenues of the entire company each month. 8% of those revenues, they split it up between the leadership positions in our company. So this is geared for someone that's, good at building teams, managing, training organizations. If you have that type of background, you can share in the entire company's revenues on a monthly basis. So extremely lucrative way to earn extra income or even a full-time income with the CWE compensation plan. The last slide I'll kind of wrap up with is compliance. It's very important that our company does things the right way. We have outside counsel. We deal with the top law firms all around the world and the countries that we operate in. The bottom line is you're never going to hear us guarantee returns a customer can expect. We don't control the market, so we can never guarantee return on investment. I can share a little bit about some of my experience, and I'm going to do that. But the bottom line is my experience doesn't guarantee the future for anyone else, myself included. But I believe cryptocurrency is going to have a massive year in 2018. So I'm really excited that I'm utilizing this software to help me capitalize on this cryptocurrency revolution, guys. So that's pretty much the nuts and bolts of our company overview. I do want to share with you how simple it is to start up with our software. And so the first thing I want to do is kind of show you the trading site so you guys can see how it works. This is the main corporate team from the company here. This is our main website, cryptoworldevolution.trade. My good friend, Tomas Perez, I've known him since 2010, worked with him in a company in Los Angeles, California. He has done extremely well in cryptocurrency. He formed his own trading rooms down in Mexico City. He had 90 employees. They were yielding about 200 to 260 Bitcoin per month in profit. He was doing extremely well with that. And then he wanted to develop software so he didn't have to have 90 employees trading at all times. And he wanted to create that software so other people could market it and benefit from sharing the good news that, hey, you don't have to memorize chart reading. You don't have to sit in front of your computer all day, every day to learn how to trade cryptocurrencies. He wanted to create software so the average person like me that didn't have a lot of time, didn't have a lot of desire to sit in front of a computer, could still participate in the trading world. And so I created my software. I logged in. It was pretty simple to set up. You have an API key. It basically allows our software to talk to your exchange. You give it a nickname. I nicknamed mine Binance. I selected my exchange, and then I had to copy a couple codes. So if I go to my exchange here and I go to my account, you have something called API setting. This is, I use Binance. You give it a name. Once you give it a name, you create a new key. It'll ask for your Google authentication code. You'll give it in. I'm not going to go through all this because it's a waste of time, I think, during this overview. You copy in a couple codes that come up, and then bang, it's got your API key in there. After that, you've got your robots up and running. Once they're up and running, from December 28th, I started trading. I'd never traded before. If you look at some of my bots, they did all of this automatic. When I started my bot, there's 15 coins that it looks for. It'll look for Cardano, Bitcoin Cash, the Binance coin, Gold, Dash, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, some major cryptocurrency coins. And what it's doing is it's looking for triggers. Let's look at like Ethereum, for example. When I start a bot, it's asking questions. What's the price of Ethereum? What's the historical price? What's the chart look like? Where's it trending? What's the future price look like it's heading? Does it look like it's going up? Does it look like it's going down long term? Where's it going? It's going to ask questions of social media. How many people have tweeted about Ethereum over the last 15 minutes? How many people have just Google searched Ethereum in the last half hour? And if it gets the answers it's looking for, it'll buy Ethereum, which it did right down here. Once it buys it, it will never sell it at a loss. Now, it doesn't guarantee it won't lose. It just means the computer won't lose. It's going to wait until that coin goes up to at least 1% profit or higher, and then it will sell it. So this is the HPSI bot that I set up. It looks for those coins. You can add more coins if you want to. Let's say I want ADDX in there. I can add it in there. If I want to take it out, I just take it out. Whatever coin I want that's in my Binance exchange, I can add. The hybrid trading, you pick one coin at a time. You can trade the hybrids. The win-win trades between one coin, the Bitcoin, and Tether. I had my friend who sent me his Bittrex win-win, and I want to share that with you guys because I just got the ability to open win-win bots a couple days ago. They just launched it on Binance, but my friend had 134 entries from December 3rd to February 23rd. He sent me his entries, and it completed out of 134 trades, 133 closed out positive. The only trade that hadn't closed out positive was the pending trade that he had open. And I imagine by today in March, that's probably already closed complete. Now, there's no guarantees. The win-win bot's a micro trading bot, and the bottom line is it wins. It's very aggressive at picking winners and making sure it wins over and over and over again. So there's a lot of new bots that are coming out that have got a lot of us very excited. But just with the 3 bots that we have now, I've experienced some great results. My account is up quite a bit. When I opened my trading platform December 28th, I'd never traded before. I've made almost 0.3 Bitcoin. And again, there's no guarantees that you'll do the same, but 1,290 closed orders. There's no way I could do over 1,000 orders myself. I don't even know how to pick the coins. I wouldn't know anything about which coins to pick, when to pick them, and when to sell them. So I've let this software do the heavy lifting for me, so to speak. So my question to anyone watching this for the first time is, are you sitting in the same seat that I was a couple months ago? Meaning you watched a lot of people get wealthy trading cryptocurrency. You watched a lot of people that were doing well or creating millions of dollars buying and selling Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of these different cryptocurrencies, but I was sitting on the sidelines because I didn't have the knowledge and I didn't have the time I felt available to play in the game. And if you're like I was, when I first saw this software, it was a godsend for me. It was something where now I didn't need the knowledge. I had a computer that had the knowledge, and I didn't need the time. I had a computer that would literally work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year with one goal in mind: add more Bitcoin for this client. Get the Bitcoin up. And it doesn't guarantee anything, but I knew this. If I tried to trade myself, I was pretty much guaranteeing myself I was going to lose. So having this software, I've had amazing results, and a lot of my people have had amazing results. And the other side of it is, by having those great results and sharing it with other people, there's some amazing compensation that can be gained by each and every one of us. So that's pretty much the nuts and bolts on the presentation. We'll go into a little bit of a Q&A session. So what I want to do is basically go through the chat log here, and we'll get into some Q&A and answer any questions that you guys have. So let's see who's on the chat. If you can't hear me, the recording will have my sound, no problem. So somebody's fired up. I'm fired up too. James wants to go over the win-win. Lots of people interested. I will, James, tonight, right after I finish this overview, I'm going to do a win-win video. I'm going to load it up to my Google Drive, and I'll share it with you directly on Facebook as well. So the win-win, for those of you that are interested, I'm going to do a brief summary here. It basically trades between Bitcoin and Tether. If the win-win reads a signal that thinks Bitcoin is going to go down, it buys Tether, which is tied to the US dollar. So it basically tries to hold your value. If it believes Bitcoin is going to go up, it will buy into Bitcoin, and it micro trades. And so what it'll do, it'll take 0.175 Bitcoin and divide it up into 80 units. And if it picks Bitcoin to go up and it's wrong, it'll add more units the next time it thinks Bitcoin's going to go up. And if it's wrong again, it'll add more units the next time it thinks Bitcoin's going to go up. And there is risk. It would have to be wrong pretty much 80 times in a row for you to lose your 0.175 of Bitcoin. Now, I can't guarantee anything, but mathematically I can say this: there's probably a better chance of me getting struck by lightning than the win-win to make a mistake 80 times in a row. It's not like a coin toss. It's not a 50-50 deal. It's actually making intelligent computer program decisions on when it feels the Bitcoin's going to go up and when it's going to go down. And we just needed to make 1 out of 80 right. It usually does more than that. So I'm going to do a full video that's going to explain a little bit more into the function and the scripts and why it works the way it works. But I can tell you this: my friend sent me a screenshot, 134 trades, 133 winners. I know this for a fact. There is no bot on the marketplace that has those type of statistics. There's nothing in the world that has the statistics that our bot has. They're going to use the same functions, the same scripts when they added the Bitcoin to Ethereum win-win. And what the idea behind that is, and it's testing this way, it just does the same thing, about the same risk factor. It just does it more times. So instead of 134 executed trades over a 3-month period, you might see 1,034 executed trades over the same 3-month period. So there's going to be more and more opportunities for us as more and more new software bots come out into the game. So great question on that. So we've got the slides here. Does a referral link need to be produced per person each time? Yes, it does right now. The company, our customer link, can be blasted out to anybody. The referral link, one of the things that's important to our ownership is that the people that are selling this software and that are recruiting people into the company, they know the right things to say. They know how the software works. And so we want people to be connected up with us. I know it is a little bit of an extra step. We do have people that build funnels. They collect name, email, phone number, and then they have, you know, their team that programs that in and sends out those links in kind of a blast. But we want to make sure people know who their sponsor is. They know where to go to get support and training. And so that's where the company's at right now. Christian's greetings from Thailand. He's one of our top leaders out of Poland. We've got a huge event coming up in Thailand here in a few days. So a lot of folks are out there. Definitely excited for that. So Tanya's opened a win-win today. It's active but hasn't done a trade yet. The win-win's not that aggressive. It's got to hit a trigger before it's going to trade. If you want something to trade real fast, you turn on the HPSI bot. But the bottom line is this: with an HPSI, you're going to ride the roller coaster. There's no doubt about it. This is a very volatile industry, the cryptocurrency industry. It's a lot of ups, a lot of downs. And so if that scares you, play the win-win bot. If you're like me and it doesn't scare you to ride the roller coaster, play the HPSI bot. Right now, I have 5 hybrid bots turned on. I have a couple HPSI bots on, and I have 3 win-win bots on. So I'm in all 3 of the bots, and that's kind of how I work. I stay in all 3 of them pretty much off and on at all times. If the market really turns, I'll turn off the HPSI. That's the one bot I'll manage a little bit more than the win-win. I don't even manage. I just turn that puppy on and let it fly. So somebody says more coin recommendations on Facebook would be great for the hybrids. We're working on that. We're working on some signal groups. I guess I should say signal groups, recommendation groups. Justin Paletti, who's on here, is amazing with the hybrid trading. And if you have an Android, you can download the CWE app, the Crypto World Evolution app, which I have, and you can turn on notifications so you'll get the notifications when the company has a recommendation for you. So the CWE app is great. If you have Apple, an iPhone, so to speak, they don't have that trading app ready to go yet. So I'm opening my app up for everybody to see, but it's coming. And it's not really us. We're waiting on Apple to get the app ready, but just the notifications, and I can do hybrid trades on here. Like, it's nice. I apologize for the iPhone users for right now, but Apple's just getting some more information and asking for more details and stuff, and it takes a little bit longer to get on their network, but we're getting close. So yeah, just be patient on the win-win trades. They'll come. Make sure your API is updated as well. Somebody's asking what my bots made me in USD in the first 90 days. I've only been trading for 60 days, so I don't want to give any guarantees or anything like that. From a US dollar standpoint, I've been all over the place because Bitcoin at one time was 17,000 a coin. Now it's like 9,000 a coin. So US dollar, I'm not really concerned about. What I'm more concerned about am I adding more Bitcoin to my holdings? And that's the goal of these bots. I believe, now I could be crazy, but Bill Gates is a pretty smart guy. He believes cryptocurrency is better than fiat currency, better than paper money. Elon Musk thinks it's better. Mark Cuban likes it. The Winklevoss twins are billionaires. The Facebook twins are billionaires because of cryptocurrency. So if these guys are right, and they're pretty smart guys, I believe cryptocurrency. I can see Bitcoin hitting 50,000 a coin per coin this year. Now again, I might be wrong, but if I'm right, I'm so happy about using this software because it's just increasing the amount of Bitcoin that I carry. So increase your Bitcoin numbers, and I believe you'll be a happy camper. So let's see. This is so much fun. It is so much fun. You need the win-win to be 0.175. It does need to be 0.175. If you want to trade more than that, you can just trade 2 win-wins or 3 win-wins. And listen, it's not like an HPSI bot or a hybrid. It doesn't pull out 0.175 Bitcoin. What it does is it breaks it down into 80 units, and it uses 1 unit at a time, maybe 2 at a time, maybe 4 at a time, depending on the trading. So you want to keep 0.175 available. If you have 2 win-win bots on, you want to keep 0.35 Bitcoin available in your Binance to be used. It doesn't stop you from turning on win-win bots. So I'm working with the company to kind of put in some safeties. It's not the end of the world if you put on a bunch of win-win bots, but it can max you out if you don't have enough available, and it'll fix itself when you make more available. That's a long story short. So the simple version of that is when the new win-win video comes out, I'm going to go in depth into how it works and how to use it. Watch that video, share it with other people, and it'll be pretty easy to figure out. Justin says, I'd rather have an extra step to be compliant. keeps us accountable when we plug people into the groups and things like that. I agree, Justin. That's talking about the referral links. Shane agrees with that as well. All right, so that's most of them. I've got a couple private messages on here as well. Somebody was asking about the compensation plan and the matrix. So how the matrix works, I won't get too in depth. We have a video on the matrix as well that'll be coming out, and a video on the whole comp plan. But the matrix pays out basically 5%, 20 levels up, and so the company trades in the neighborhood of $480 million right now in assets. And what that means is when the market is right for cryptocurrency and for our bots, there can be massive amounts of profit made. Now, I can't guarantee anything, but with the matrix, I believe that that'll be the most lucrative part of the compensation plan over the next 12 months. I really do. Because I believe cryptocurrency in 2018 is going to go through another big year, just like 2015, 2016, and 2017. And if that's what happens, there's going to be some weekly payouts that are going to be astronomical, like literally astronomical. And I'm not disappointed with the 10,000 a day payout in the binary. I'm not disappointed with that by any stretch of the imagination, but I believe the matrix will outpace the binary down the road when the market conditions set up correctly. Someone asking about deleting your API key. It won't affect your trades at all. Scott kind of answered that. You can delete your API, set up a new one. Your bots might go away for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Our bots are hosted out of Spain. That's where the server is located, in Madrid. And so there's nothing we can do really on our end to really screw things up, so to speak. So if you delete your API, you just set up a new one, and within a few minutes, your bots are rocking and rolling again. They'll pick up right where they left off. How long has the company been in business? Shane's asking. Since August of last year. The software has been in place since January a year ago. So call it 13 months in the software, 12 months and change. They tested the software. They knew the software would be good. They started with 2 professional traders, Tomas and Guillermo, who are 2 of the owners. They had 3 programmers. Now they have several professional traders. They have over 20 full-time programmers that are working on the bots. There's a programmer in the server area 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to make sure the scripts are right, the functions are right, the bots are performing. And so they've grown, but they knew the bots would work. The question that they had is it scalable? Will the bots work for 100,000 people if they're all using them? And they're the only company that I know of that's figured that part out. And that's a difficult thing to figure out, because if you have a centralized bot where everybody joins in and everybody has the same bot and it does the same things at the same time, the exchanges kick you out. They won't let 100,000 people come in and trade Ethereum all at once. The exchanges shut that down. So every one of our bots, as crazy as this is to me, they make decisions within the millisecond. I can't even fathom that, but by the millisecond. So if James turns on a bot and I turn on a bot, if his turned on 1 millisecond before mine, the scripts it's reading, the coins it might pick, could be different than the coins I pick. The market moves that quickly. The bid and the ask on these coins change in less than a second, and so our software has to react in less than a second. And so every single bot that we set up, it might have similar functions, similar scripts, but it acts independently of every other bot you've ever set up. So it's just amazing, and you can see that with my bots that I kind of showed you. Some of them do a lot of trades, some of them do a little bit of trades, and it just has to do with what millisecond we turned them on and where the market was at that specific time. So company, they figured out how to scale it. They launched the company in August of last year. South Korea was where they launched officially, out of Seoul. They started growing throughout Asia. South Korea and China are by far the oldest countries in the company. I believe the United States is catching up to China right now. China was the most pro miners and trade miners as well, but the U.S. is catching up fairly quickly. The United Kingdom and Europe are coming on very strong. So, a lot of room to grow. Bottom line, there's less than 20,000 people in the entire company globally. I know there's about 5,000 in China, a few thousand, 3,000 and change in the United States. And so most people have never heard of this opportunity. And so we have, I guess, the opportunity, for lack of a better word, to really spread the word and let people know this company exists, let people know that they can trade cryptocurrency utilizing software so they don't have to sit in front of a computer all day, every day to make sure they don't make mistakes or miss big trades. So great question there. The other question, somebody was asking about Tomas's background. Like I said, he traded cryptocurrency for years. I've known him since 2010. We worked together in Los Angeles and became good friends. And Randy Case, who's the compliance officer, worked with us in Los Angeles as well. And we became really good friends. And the bottom line was they contacted me in December, mid-December of last year, and they said, listen, we're looking to open in the United States. And they wanted to do things the right way. So they asked me to meet with them and their outside counsel, a gentleman named Scott Warren. And he was putting the company together, making sure the United States, all the T's were crossed, all the I's were dotted. And so I met with those guys out in Los Angeles. I met with the outside counsel. I'm not a part of the corporate team. I'm just an ISP, an independent software partner like anyone else. But, you know, I was very pleased to see that they use Scott Warren. He's a very reputable attorney in the network marketing industry. He understands how to work with the SEC to make sure we're not selling a security or an unregistered security. We've crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, and regulations will change. I mean, there is going to be some changes in cryptocurrency regulation over the next few months, over the next few years. And the beauty of CWE and CWE, the Koreans call it CWE, it kind of rolls off the tongue better. But CWE, the beauty of it is they're willing to change. Their goal is not to make a bunch of money and then bail. Their goal is to be around for years and years to come. And so they're always going to shift and do things the right way. The one thing we've got to do as an organization is make sure that our people are doing things the right way. We don't want folks, oh, I promise you're going to make 1% a day. You can't promise that. Listen, I've had days where I returned in 1 hour, I returned over 10% in an hour. But I've had days where I've lost 10% over the day. It's been up and down. Like I said, it's that roller coaster. Now, I'm up overall quite a bit, but the bottom line is that doesn't guarantee the future for me. I believe I'm going to be up way more over 2018 than I would have been just buying and selling my own Bitcoin, just holding Bitcoin. I truly believe that, and I've seen the results. 99+%. We can share that. 99% positive closeout. How do you argue with that? Like, computers are just flat out smarter than us as human beings. I've tried to play chess against a computer. I have a little chess program on my smartphone that the rating is higher than the #1 chess player on planet Earth. I think he's out of Iceland or Norway or somewhere, but he couldn't beat my cell phone at chess. And not only could he not beat it, he would get hammered by the rating of my cell phone. And so if the best, smartest chess player in the world couldn't even compete with my smartphone, how much better at trading cryptocurrency? We've got a program that can look at a bid and an ask price by the millisecond. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't even click on it that fast, and it's reading what the bid and the ask price are. So we're just not going to be able to compete with computers. I think we all realize that. And so if you can't beat them, join them. That's my philosophy. So Shane says a bot won't close under 1%. That's correct. Yeah, the bot will not take a loss. You can force it to lose. If you think a coin's going down and it's not coming back, you can sell out, or you can just hold on to it. But the bot will not lose. It won't take a loss. It's not programmed to do that. It just waits and waits and waits, and when that coin turns around, it'll sell it for a profit. So yeah, CWE wants us to do well with the bots so they continue bringing the best. The company earns when we earn. So CWE bots, they want to keep them on fire, which is sure. Can you touch on customer upgrades? A customer, they can upgrade to trade up to $500,000 in one account. And so we do have high limit traders. We do have high volume traders that love the software. When you buy the $2,000 pack, you can trade up to $10,000. If you really are liking it and it's yielding bigger and bigger returns, you can pay another $2,000, and that'll give you another $10,000 to trade. They're running promotions quite a bit where they give you an additional $15,000 to trade. And so you can trade up to $500,000 on one account. If a customer wants to become an independent software partner down the road, they can do that. You just have to send them a referral link just like anyone else. So when you send them that referral link, they're going to have 24 hours to go refer a customer. Normally, people that become an ISP just buy their own software. If someone's already a customer, they can't buy their own software. They already have their own software. Most of my customers that become an ISP, it's because they've already got someone ready to buy. They've seen the results. They've seen the software. They want to use it themselves. So they come to me and they go, hey, I want to sell this to my neighbor, and can I get paid for that? And I go, yeah, let me send you a referral link. They sign up, and I go, all right, let's go get your neighbor as a customer. We get them rocking and rolling. They're a new ISP. So that's the easy way to do that. So I want to wrap things up, guys. We're at almost 45 minutes, I guess, from the start. I appreciate everybody sharing some of your time with us to see what we have to offer. And again, as I said, if you're sitting where I was sitting a few months ago, looking at trading, and I was intimidated. I watched coins go up and down. I watched people make millions of dollars, and I was sitting on the sideline making nothing. And I was tired of it. And so when I saw the opportunity was there to trade with software, with artificial intelligence software that was going to do the buying and selling for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't pass it up. And I'm so glad that I took that step and that I got the software for myself. And when I saw the results, I started sharing it with other people. And then the compensation plan started to reward me and a lot of my other people, because the bottom line is there's so many folks right now that want to get involved in the cryptocurrency marketplace, but they don't know how. All we have to do is tell them we've got a way. We've got an answer where you keep your own Bitcoin. You don't have to send it out to anyone else. You put it in your own private exchange. It stays in your private exchange. The company can never withdraw. They can sell, they can buy, they can do everything they want with the trading, but they can never withdraw your money out. You have 100% control over your funds 100% of the time. That's really important for me. That's really important for our clients to understand that at any time they want, they can yank their money out, put it in their pocket, and rock and roll, and put it back in and let the bots go to work. If they have a car breakdown and they need their money, pull it out. If their car gets fixed and they got extra money, put it in. They can up their trading value. If they love the trading and it's going great, they can share it with other people, make money off of that as well. So we have an opportunity. Less than 20,000 people on planet Earth have heard about CWE. The question is, who's going to find out because of us? Who's going to find out about this software because you pick up the phone, because you send a Facebook message, because you're at the gym and you walk over to your friend while you're taking a break and grabbing a shake, and you say, hey, are you involved in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency at all? And the vast majority of people are going to say no. You've heard of it, right? Yeah. Do you want to get involved in it? Yeah. I can share with you a way. That's all we've got to do, guys. Go out and spread the word. So I appreciate you guys spending some of your time tonight to hear what we had to offer. Get in contact with whoever invited you onto the webinar this evening, or whoever sent you this recording, and let them know, hey, A, I want to learn more. I've got some questions. Or B, I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines. I want to start making money in this cryptocurrency revolution. And for those of you that make that decision, I want to be one of the first people to welcome you to the CWE family and wish you the best of luck in your trading over the next few days, few weeks, few months, and few years. Have a great night. God bless, and we look forward to chatting with each and every one of you in the near future.